Let me tell you something. Life ain't gonna just hand you your dreams wrapped up with a little bow on top. Nah, life gonna hit you in the mouth first. You gonna fall. You gonna struggle. You gonna doubt yourself. But listen to me. It's not about where you start. It's about where you finish. Imagine sleeping in a car. Not because you lazy. Not because you gave up. But because you're chasing something bigger than your current situation. Every morning, you wake up cramped, cold, and hungry. But you still believe. You still see something for your life that nobody else can see. That's the seed right there. Faith, the size of a mustard seed. And if you water that thing with hustle, prayer, and patience, it'll grow into the life you dream about. Faith ain't just some nice word you hear at church on Sundays. It's the engine that keeps you moving when everything around you tells you to stop. When you're broke, when you're tired, when you don't see no way out. Faith is that little voice inside that says, hold on, keep going. Your blessing is just ahead. Without faith, you won't even get started. And if you do start, you won't last long. You need it like you need air. Because faith makes you walk into rooms you don't feel qualified to be in. It makes you raise your hand for opportunities you don't even know how to handle yet. See, faith don't require proof. That's the beautiful and frustrating part. Faith tells you to believe when you got no evidence, no guarantee, and no applause. It's believing when everybody else is laughing at you. It's like planting a seed in the ground and shouting, there's gonna be a tree here, while everybody else looks at you crazy, because all they see is dirt. Faith makes you water that dirt every day, even when it looks like nothing's happening. That's the power. You're expecting growth you can't see yet, but you know it's coming. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you ain't got faith, your talent will sit there unused and wasted. Faith wakes your gift up every morning. Faith tells you, hey, get up. Today might be the day it happens. Without faith, the first time life punches you in the gut, and trust me, you'll pack it up and walk away from your destiny. But when you got faith, when you really got that unshakable belief, deep down, life can hit you, knock you down, stomp on you, and you'll still stand up, brush yourself off, and say, is that all you got? Most people think faith is about waiting on miracles to fall out the sky. Nah, real faith is gritty, it's messy, it's moving your feet while you pray, it's taking action while you believe. Faith is booking that audition when you ain't got gas money. It's working 2 jobs while building your dream on the side. It's taking risks that don't make sense to nobody but you and God. And the reason it don't make sense is cause they weren't given your vision. It was given to you. That's why you gotta protect it like it's the most precious thing you own. Faith builds your foundation when everything else is falling apart. It becomes your anchor in storms, your fire when you're cold, your hope when doors slam in your face. Without it, you're just drifting, letting life push you wherever it wants. But with faith, man, you turn into a force. You ain't just reacting to life, you're leading it. You're saying, I don't care what it looks like right now. I know what's coming for me. I know what I'm working toward. Faith gives you the strength to keep digging, keep building, and keep believing, no matter how long it takes. Everybody wants to show off the mansion, the awards, the shiny cars, but they don't ever want to talk about how it all started in the little places. Let me tell you something. Greatness always starts small. Don't let anybody fool you. It starts with that tiny idea you have in your heart. It starts with you working that minimum wage job, saving up a few dollars at a time. It starts with you making moves that feel so small, you wonder if they even matter. But every big thing you've ever seen once lived in somebody's imagination when they had absolutely nothing. You gotta be okay with humble beginnings. You gotta fall in love with small steps because that's where your character gets built. When you start small, you learn how to appreciate every win, even the little ones. That's important because if you don't appreciate the small victories, you'll never respect the big blessings when they come. Every time you fix your mind on the small goal, like showing up on time, giving 110% effort, even when nobody's watching, saving that first $100, you're building the muscles you gonna need to handle the big dreams when they finally show up. Dreaming big ain't about having a fantasy life. It's about daring to see beyond your current situation. I don't care if you're living in a one-bedroom apartment, sleeping in your car, or staying at a friend's house, just trying to survive. Your dream ain't limited by your zip code. Dreams don't check your bank account first. They live in your spirit. They grow when you feed them with faith, hard work, and a little bit of crazy belief that says, yeah, I'm starting here, but I ain't staying here. You see, when you start small, but dream big, you're operating on two powerful levels at the same time, gratitude and hunger. You're grateful for what you got, but you're hungry for what's ahead. That's a dangerous combination right there. That's the type of spirit that moves mountains. It makes you show up to the grind every day, even when you ain't seeing no results yet. It makes you clap for yourself when no one else even notices you out here hustling. Starting small keeps you grounded. Dreaming big keeps you motivated. Don't you ever look down on where you started. Don't you ever be ashamed of the small beginnings. That's where you pick up the skills, the lessons, the toughness you're gonna need at the top. Every millionaire, every world changer you admire, they all started with nothing but a little dream and a whole lot of grind. They took what little they had and they worked it, stretched it, believed in it until it turned into something massive. And if they could do it starting from the bottom, so can you. Matter of fact, you might even do it bigger. Let me tell you something real quick. The struggle is not punishment, it's preparation. You ain't being picked on by life. You're being prepared for the blessing that's coming. You can't skip the struggle. You can't pray it away. You can't shortcut it. If you try to dodge it, all you're doing is delaying your destiny. Struggle is where you find out what you're made of. It's where God molds you, toughens you up, sharpens your mind, and builds your spirit to carry the weight of the success you're praying for. No pressure, no diamonds. Everybody want to talk about the glory, but nobody wants to sit in the grind. Nobody posts about the nights they cried themselves to sleep. Nobody tells you about the days they wanted to quit, but didn't. Listen, the struggle ain't glamorous, it's dirty, it's lonely, and it's downright painful sometimes. But guess what? Every tear, every sleepless night, every disappointment is sowing seeds for a harvest you can't even imagine yet. You gotta learn how to endure when it ain't pretty, how to push through when the lights are off, when the money is gone, when the dream looks dead. When you learn how to endure the struggle, you develop something that money can't buy, resilience. You become the type of person who doesn't fall apart when life hits you with the unexpected. You stop running from pain and start using it as fuel. The struggle teaches you discipline. It teaches you patience. It teaches you how to keep showing up for your own life, even when nobody else is clapping. The real ones, the ones who make it, are the ones who stayed in the fire long enough to become fireproof. Now don't get it twisted. Enduring the struggle doesn't mean you won't feel weak sometimes. It doesn't mean you won't question yourself, cry out, or even wonder if you got it wrong. That's normal. But endurance says, even when I'm tired, even when I'm doubting, even when it looks impossible, I ain't quitting. That mindset separates dreamers from doers. Anybody can get excited at the starting line. Endurance is about who's still moving when the excitement wears off, when the crowd goes home, and it's just you and your dream, face to face. You gotta get comfortable being uncomfortable if you ever wanna see the top of the mountain. The climb ain't smooth, it's rocky, it's steep, and sometimes it feels like you're climbing blindfolded. But that's the process, baby. That's the building ground of champions. If you can hang on through the struggle, if you can take a licking and keep on ticking, you'll come out stronger, wiser, and ready for the blessings that you used to only dream about. Struggle ain't where you lose. It's where you get ready to win, Dot. Everybody walking this earth got a gift. I don't care who you are, where you come from, or what your past looks like. You got something inside you that was handpicked just for you. But here's the deal. It ain't enough to just have a gift. You gotta use it, and not just every now and then when you feel like it. You gotta wake up every day and chase it down like your life depends on it, because it does. Your gift is your ticket. It's your way out. It's the key to doors you don't even know exist yet. Your gift might not look flashy at first. It might not come with a crowd cheering you on. Shoot, half the time, it feels like nobody's even watching, but you use it anyway. You sharpen it like a sword. You put it to work, even when nobody claps. That's how you win. Relentless consistency. You don't need everybody to believe in you. You don't even need most people to notice you. All you need is to believe in that thing God planted inside you and work it like your life is on the line. Because one day it will be the thing that saves you. Here's the truth. Talent alone ain't gonna get you there. Grit get you there. Hustle get you there. Relentless practice, relentless pushing, relentless believing get you there. If you sit around waiting on the perfect time, the perfect conditions, the perfect opportunity to show the world your gift, you gonna die waiting. You gotta move while it's messy. You gotta create while you're scared. You gotta perform when you don't feel ready. Excellence is a habit, not a feeling. Relentlessness means you're showing up, whether you feel 100% or 10%. And let me tell you, the world needs what you got. I don't care if a million other people are doing what you're trying to do. They don't do it like you do. They don't bring your flavor, your heart, your spin. That's your superpower. That's why you can't be casual with your gift. You gotta treat it like it's sacred. You gotta polish it, protect it, pour into it. Your gift is the bridge from where you are to where you dream about being. But you can't cross that bridge if you leave it sitting in the garage, gathering dust. When you use your gift relentlessly, doors will open that no razor meat ever could. People will call your name in rooms you've never even stepped foot in. Opportunities will show up that you didn't have to chase because your gift made room for you. But that only happens when you respect what you've been given and work it like it's the last chance you'll ever get. Every day you ignore it, you rob yourself, and you rob the world of what you were put here to do. So don't sit on it. Use it relentlessly. Listen to me. It's easy to have faith when everything's going right. When the checks are clearing, the people are cheering, and the road is smooth, anybody can believe then. But real faith shows up when it looks like there ain't no reason left to believe. When every door you knock on stays shut, when the bills are stacking up, the calls ain't coming, and the dream you've been working for feels like it's slipping further away. That's when true faith gets tested. And that's when you gotta hold on even tighter. See, staying faithful ain't about ignoring reality. It's about trusting that your reality ain't the end of your story. You can't just believe when the sun's shining. You gotta believe when it's storming too. Faith is about seeing beyond your situation. It's about looking at that empty bank account, that rejection letter, that broken dream, and still saying, I know this ain't how it ends for me. It's about trusting the process, even when the process looks like it's breaking you instead of building you. Some of the greatest blessings in life come disguised as dead ends. You think it's over. You think you're out of moves. But faith says, hold up, this ain't the end. This is just a setup. When you stay faithful, you tap into a power bigger than you. You invite miracles into your life. Faith keeps you moving when common sense tells you to quit. Faith keeps you believing in tomorrow, even when today is beating you down. And sometimes all you need is enough faith to just take one more step. People gonna think you crazy sometimes. They'll tell you to be realistic. They'll laugh at you still talking about your dream when you ain't even got enough gas in your car to get to work. Let them talk, let them laugh. Faith ain't for them, it's for you. Staying faithful in the face of impossibility separates the dreamers who wish from the dreamers who built. It's a lonely road sometimes, but every step you take in faith puts you closer to the life you were born for. You gotta trust that if the vision was planted inside you, the provision is already written into your journey. You don't have to know how it's all gonna work out. You just gotta know who is working it out. Stay faithful, stay believing, speak life over your dreams, even when they're on life support. Faith is like a seed. It don't look like much when you plant it, but given enough time and care, it grows into something way bigger than you could ever imagine. And it all starts with refusing to give up when it looks impossible. So let me leave you with this right here. Your past don't define you. Your struggle don't break you. Your mistakes don't cancel your destiny. Every pain, every setback, every lonely night, every tear you cried, it was preparing you for what's coming. You just had to get tough enough, faithful enough, and focused enough to handle the blessing with the strength it demands. You gotta keep walking even when you don't see the finish line. Keep dreaming even when nobody else believes. Keep fighting even when you're tired. Your breakthrough is tied to your endurance. Your promise is connected to your patience. If you can just hold on a little longer, if you can trust that your gift, your grind, and your God are bigger than your circumstances, you'll step into a life bigger than anything you ever thought was possible. You're not out here just surviving. You're being positioned to thrive. From the pit to the palace, from sleeping in a car to standing on stages, from nothing to everything you dreamed of. But it starts inside of you, not outside, not from them, from you. You got everything you need already inside you. So stop doubting, stop hesitating, stop waiting for a sign. You are the sign. Get up, show up, speak up, and don't you ever give up. Your story ain't over yet. It's just getting started. Let's go.